A good way to look
Alright, hey everybody, this is the 5th episode of the Work in Progress Let me try that again. Hey everybody, this is episode 5 of the Work in Progress podcast. I'm Dan.
I'm Rachel.
I'm tough.
Alright, we'll get it eventually. Mm-hmm. This is only our 5th one.
I think we're doing pretty
All we had to do
good.
was
I have no
remember our
excuse.
names.
There's no excuse.
That's true.
Yeah. This is only our 100th episode, guys. Please bear with us. Okay.
We will get it locked down by 200.
So,
So
how are
where
you
we at
guys?
again? Good.
I am good.
I have had, it's probably not good for my heart. I don't do it often, but I have had 2 5-hour energies and this Red Bull today. But I've been up for a really long time,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have a horrible headache tomorrow. I'm gonna be look like a crack addict trying to kick the habit tomorrow. I'm gonna have a headache. It's okay.
I think I'm on my second Red Bull, but I've spaced it,
I'm on my second Red Bull as well.
and I'm eating lots of sugar, so I'll probably develop diabetes soon.
That's diabetes. Nice shirt, Rachel.
Diabetes.
Nice
Thanks.
shirt.
As long as-
Thanks. My
Oh.
buddy, my friend, Dale, actually, I asked him if I could have this shirt, and he said yes.
Well, I have a stack of them in my
She
closet.
stole his shirt, basically.
Wow.
Let me see your
That
shirt.
was something I talked about in the last episode as far as the Tecnicus Street Studios.
Oh, you gotta take the cover
My
off like that.
friend and I that were trying to start the graphic novel, we're also going to do shirts and stuff, and we had we foolishly had I think 50 shirts printed up of a painting that I did, and we never sold any.
But you know what? Oh, I like it.
So
But they were cool.
yeah, I just started giving them away because I mean yeah.
Well, pretty soon we're gonna have HSB Woodworks shirts and hats and stickers. So I think it's cool. People make up shirts and you just wear them and support your friends and whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for wearing it.
Well, thanks for giving it to me.
You're gonna take it home and throw it out.
No.
You didn't buy it in fat kid sizes, so I can't wear it. Really cool.
Sorry.
Think of Rachel. Whatever.
Yeah, I think the largest they had when we had those shirts printed up was XL. I think they didn't print on anything larger.
Well, I'm a growing boy, so.
Oh, and I was wrong. Rachel asked me if my aunt had printed that up. I was wrong. I forgot. I have some other shirts that I had designed that my aunt printed up for me because she has the graphic wizard in Michigan, and she does a lot of really cool printing. But this shirt, no, was actually done by a local company. That they're all right. They're good, I guess. They did a good job on the shirts. But,
Be cool if we got something.
I don't know how good
Eventually.
the company was. Feels like they're alright. I mean,
oh.
That was impressive.
they made shirts.
I have a. Maybe I'm subconsciously blaming them for the failure of the selling of the shirts.
It looks cool. I like the shirt.
No,
Yeah.
they did a good job.
One day.
Yeah, it was actually cool because we just took them. I think just a large maybe TIFF file of the picture that we scanned, and they broke it all down into like a vector image and stuff so they could
Looks really good.
screen print it. But
They did a good job.
it's pretty cool.
I agree. Looks really nice.
I think one day, once we get the logo nailed down, I know I would like to have something.
No, I say we just keep doing what we're doing.
What's that?
Making different logos and print them out.
That's true. We could.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys would like to, if you're interested in something with our logo on it, email us. We could figure out something.
Artistwith@gmail.com.
Yeah. And we could figure out something and hook you up.
We have like 40 people that have viewed our channel, so I mean, we're pretty good. 40
We're
views.
kind of a big deal.
Dozens of people know us.
We have 6
Subscribers.
Subs.
Subscribers.
So, you know.
Words are hard.
It's an exclusive club.
Very, very exclusive.
It wasn't easy for those 6 people to get in. I think 3 of them are us, right?
I think they are.
Oh, okay.
I
We
love
have
the
to
YouTube
start
channel you
somewhere.
do. Dale does the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I do looking good in the Instagrams.
What?
Hmm.
I was. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what to
jeez.
say.
Stuff.
Huh. How many views do we have on our...
We have 49 views.
Sweet.
Nice.
It was uploaded 6 days ago.
We're getting there.
Yes.
Let's not talk about the past.
Let's talk about what's present.
That was my nervous laugh because I have nothing to say.
Oh, no, we actually have some topics written down in very horrible writing, so don't try to read that. Rachel, we had a speed round where we asked each other before this podcast started.
And the first thing on Rachel's mind was...
Sex. Talk about sex. Sexy things, sexy people.
It's
Sexy
such
people
an
doing sexy
easy
things.
topic to talk about.
It is. It is.
It could go so many ways.
No pun intended.
I mean-
Yeah, I was saying. No. Pun intended.
Oh, okay.
Depends on where you put the comma. That's all that matters. So what do you want to talk about sex, Rachel? Well, Rachel, when one person loves another person, they do butt stuff.
There's some websites we could refer you to.
Right.
I can look them up right now. I mean, it's,
How does sex affect your creative process?
I like sex.
I would say it doesn't.
Really? You think sex
Pretty
stifles
separate.
it?
Can you create after having sex? Or are you done? I don't know. I mean,
With the way I have sex, you can create something after
I would,
a couple 9 months, and you're good to go.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
okay, so here's a question.
Like, before you go to your question, write your question down so you don't forget it. Before you, like, do you mean
All right, I'm
after
not
you
gonna
have
forget this.
after you have sex, like after a sesh? Are you up like, I gotta sculpt, don't fucking touch me? Like, what do you mean after you have sex?
Well, like some people get extremely exhausted after.
I think
The
most
big
guys just
O.
fall asleep.
I've only fallen asleep after every time. So, no,
Some people
sometimes
get
it's like an ear, you
energized
guys should do that,
after,
eh?
Huh.
you know.
I don't know. I don't know how it affects the creative process.
Do you think that, okay, sexual orgasm is the same as the feeling that you get from after you create something, you're like,
No.
that's fucking amazing.
No. I really don't.
Can you have an art,
I think
a
it's
creative
completely-
orgasm?
It's completely separate,
Right,
in
but-
my
That's
opinion.
completely separate.
Can you have a creative orgasm? Do you think you could?
No.
No.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah.
No. No, you're asking me if I don't think I could. Because it's really easy for me to make myself orgasm.
Well,
Braingasm?
Yeah. But
like you're like after creating something and you're like, holy shit, that's fucking amazing. Like your brain just got extremely overstimulated from the excitement. And, like that's.
I think we do projects differently. I don't think we do projects the same way. You're doing something different. That or I need to start making cutting boards because that's. I don't know.
All right.
There's a certain like a satiated feeling.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like you're done. It's complete. It looks great.
Like you don't want to smoke a cigarette after.
Yeah, I don't want to smoke a cigarette after.
As far as sex and art goes, I guarantee you, I cannot begin to count on any amount of fingers how many times, every time somebody finds out that I do art, like draw or sculpt, they always want me to draw or sculpt a naked person.
Yes.
And it's not in
I'm
the
your
sense
friend,
of,
and I want you to do that now.
it's not in the sense of
Trash.
David was a great sculptor. It's for their own personal gratification.
Gratification.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you gave it life, man. It's a word now.
oh, I don't know how loud that is, but the fan is on. We're gonna turn that off.
I got.
Well, way to go, Rachel. You could have done that earlier.
I think we just said in the last episode how we're gonna try to work on our audio.
right.
We did not.
That is not
we
a good
regressed.
example of listening.
Two guys sitting on their ass took a female.
I am
just-
stuck behind the
that's
table.
bad.
I am stuck looking at the butts you drew.
And after the sex conversation, you guys probably don't want me crawling under the table.
Or do we?
I quit.
Bye, guys.
All right, so I think my mind just went to, you look at how the human body has been portrayed throughout history in art as far as like what's attractive. Where like back in the day, a
You're doing big boob things. I think you need more voluptuous woman.
yes, was very attractive.
Yeah, because it showed that she could afford all the things you needed to stay fat. Mm-hmm. That's why it was attractive.
Oh.
Because like there's a name for the actual thing, but it was because if you were poor, you couldn't afford enough food to get fat. That's what it broke down to.
Yeah.
So people that had money, it was the same thing with the hair, wasn't it? There was a thing with the hair for a while that everybody was all about hair because to properly care for hair, you had to do a bunch of shit, and if you couldn't afford that, you wouldn't do it. But go on, sorry.
But now you look at how the human body is portrayed in modern art. It's not. It's kind of, you kind of see the change in how the human body is portrayed. I think
I could agree. I think
you could, but you won't.
yeah, not necessarily. Well, it's because like people always say I want to look like a model. Well, the reason models are models is because they are slightly off. Not a lot of people look like that. They have something unique about them, so they're models. Not everybody looks that way. Most people don't look like that. That's why they're models. So you can't look like that to some extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. And that's also saying models and assuming that we're all thinking of the exact same skinny model. But you guys could be thinking of something different.
Model car.
I like
model.
curvy women. So that's what I find attractive.
I don't like extremely skinny. I like, to me, what's
You're
attractive.
supposed to say what you do like, not what you don't like. That's mean. That hurts people's feelings.
Oh, I'm getting ready to say what I do like. I do
Rachel's
like.
Skinny people are gross.
No.
That's what you just said.
To me,
Call her,
like,
write in comments about Rachel hating people.
no, I don't hate. I mean, I like.
People can't help being skinny.
Right, and I get that, but to me, what's attractive to me is like somebody. I like strength. I like strength in a female.
So you like bodybuilders? Or you mean character strength? Strength and character? Character strength? I don't know what character strength is, but it sounds
I
cool.
like women that are very fit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Take care of themselves.
Yeah, I like somebody who can take care of themselves.
Cool.
I'm not.
So like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of everybody. Dale, sex. That wasn't a question. That's the topic.
Oh.
Where are you at?
I'm right here.
How do
on.
you think sex and art? That's kind of broad.
I wouldn't say that it influences my art, judging by the morbid, mutilated monsters that I do. So, I wouldn't say sex directly influences any of my art.
Okay, what about your monsters? Like when you look at your monsters, gender-wise, are they? Do you see them as a gender, or do you just see them as like your aliens and
As kind of a
neutral?
newer artist, I've only sculpted one female sculpture, and that's kind of the weird spot, like when it comes to doing art, especially being a guy. Like if you draw or sculpt a female that has huge tits or something, you're like, oh, you're a pervert. You just wanted to sculpt something with huge tits. Then if you don't, then like, what's wrong with you?
Huge tits. There's no.
There's no winning in that. So I think for me,
Is that why you sculpt a bunch of monsters with big old dicks?
I do not do that.
Okay. I think
So-
they do.
Well, whatever you imagine under the monster's clothing is completely up to you. I don't know.
So are they?
That's pretty much it.
Are they kind of neutral? Like gender is not a huge. When you sculpt your monsters, it's not.
I don't know. I mean,
Never
The
thought about
monsters are definitely more masculine, I
You've done two
suppose.
women.
But huh?
You
Two?
were two women. Yeah, the
How
witch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did La Bruja, and that's my kitty.
That's a cat trying to jump in.
Yeah,
He said the witch, and the cat's like, hi.
yeah. And then I did a bust of an ice queen. I guess that's what I was calling her.
The only thing I didn't like was that she was wearing a red hat. I feel like it should have been blue.
Well,
Ice
I don't
queen.
know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Ice is blue.
I'm sorry,
It's
Tubbs.
clear, but you know what I mean. You know where I'm going with this.
Okay, maybe she's the red queen of something.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know how sex affects, because I don't. It doesn't affect anything I do other than
Yeah.
trying to get laid. But the work wise, I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not like boobs. That's a coffee table. Whatever. It doesn't affect me in that
That
respect.
reminds me, there was this guy we used to work with way back in the day. He was always drawing in his notebook when we waiting
Yeah.
for something to do.
I know who
He's
you're
always,
talking about.
I know you do. He'd always be drawing in his notebook, and everything he drew had tits. Everything, whether it was a brick wall or a dragon, it always had the biggest.
I would
penis.
like to
he
see
was
a
a
brick
really good
wall.
artist.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I
really
looked at
good
his.
artist.
It's amazing
I didn't
art.
see enough of his work, but
He showed me a bunch of the stuff he did, and the stuff he did that didn't involve boobs was really nice, but mostly everything had boobs.
yeah,
I would like to see a brick wall of boobs.
that was just an
Why?
example. I don't know if
I
that.
know.
You're an artist to make a. Literally, you can.
I could.
The
but
last podcast you were
if
saying
somebody
when
else
somebody
can do it
tells me,
amazingly well, then why?
you said you'd try it because your confidence level.
Yeah.
Boob wall.
In my head, I already drew it, and it looks weird.
What more media do you need? A pencil, a legit artist pencil, and a piece of paper.
I got
Make
my
magic.
mind.
Make magic.
I got this up in her. What pencil is that?
Oh, this is a 4B. Sorry.
No, I need a 3B.
That's not even a thing that I know about.
It's the hardness. It's the hardness.
Speaking of sex. You said it really quietly and awkwardly.
I did.
It's the hardness.
Yeah, but I didn't say it like that though.
I don't know. That's
It's the hardness.
that was a challenging topic.
Okay,
That
well,
was a challenge. Well, it's
For-
hard to pull. Because, I mean, if you're trying to, like, the douchey guy at college with the guitar that goes to every party, like, that guy's trying to get laid. Does he
Yeah.
make art? I don't know. The one song he wrote's really, really sad. Was it Jimmy Carr, the comedian? It's like, some comedians go up here and say they just broke up with their girlfriend to try to levy, to try to get people to come and talk to them after the show.
You
to
know
get
that they're
laid.
available.
But I wouldn't do that because I feel like that'd be disrespectful to the memory of my wife. It's doing the same thing. Doing the same thing. But I don't know how it affect. Like I never done anything to try to get laid. Of course, I got married when I was 21, so that's how I roll.
yeah. I think when you think of musicians as a stereotype, like, what do you think of them as? Like, easily to get laid, or
No, well, the musicians I know, like Dale. Dale's a good musician. I think you.
I gave
like
up the
music.
rock star dream a long time ago.
I didn't say you were a rock star. I said
Oh,
you're a good
okay.
musician. He plays the guitar very well. Many other instruments as well.
Yeah, generally, I mean, I have a few friends that are really good musicians, but generally, I don't like being around musicians. I think they're assholes. They're,
are they trying to get laid?
Don't your
Oh,
friends
no, I
listen to
don't-
this podcast?
huh?
Don't your friends listen to this podcast?
Yeah, and they know who they are. They're the good musicians that I hang out with. But no, other ones it's almost like the superiority that they think they have because they get to be in front of people. I don't know. It's weird, and they wear stupid clothes.
You know, I've often had that conversation because I don't think people like to admit there's a persona portion to some types of music.
Yeah.
Like I always, and I know it's really weird, but whenever I see somebody that has like a bunch of chains, a bunch of jewelry and everything, I think like he didn't go to sleep with those. At some point in his adult life, he woke up, put 15 chains on his belt, slid on 5 rings, got up and was like, you know what? No shirt today, jean jacket. Like, he had that thought at some point in his day, and I just don't think I have the effort for that. I like simple things that are
Yeah.
quick. I know fat people look better with button-ups, so I wear button-ups a lot, and that's about as far as I go in the planning process.
A lot of so many accessories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't wake up like that. You had to put that on.
Yeah. I think a lot of artists too, like not musical artists, but like artists in the sense of painting, sculpting, whatever. They
Yeah, you mean the stereotypical artist? I just wanted to say that.
more of like the
That makes no sense. I'm sorry.
the scene, the people that want to be in the art scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like the people that are vegan artists?
Yeah,
They tell you that they're artists
yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
all the time.
Freaking amazing. Let it go.
Did I mention
Let
vegan?
it go.
Yeah, we know.
Sorry, I just brought a lot of cynicism. In this.
Also,
Fuck
the
everybody.
room just got
No,
dark.
And I think my cat's on ecstasy. She is across the room, sitting on very weird
Is
objects.
that a gun box?
No, it's my airbrush case. She heard me. Sorry, you're not on drugs, Moose. I know.
Moose, you're pretty.
We'll take a picture of your cat and put it on the Instagrams.
Okay.
She looks so
So, what is the next topic?
fabulous.
The next topic is what
Wait,
is
let me try to read your writing.
It's a fun game where you make fun of me for being a shitty writer.
What is tray art?
That doesn't say Trey. Shut your mouth.
What is true art?
What
What is
in your
true
opinion
art?
is true art? Making fun of people for not being able to write?
That's not
That's an
art.
art.
Your handwriting is not art.
Yeah, it is. It's expressive of myself.
True art. Hey, that's a good picture of my cat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna use that filter.
Oh,
No filter?
I don't know.
Use a filter.
True art.
What is art to you?
Well, I think the definition of art.
Yes, Tubbs,
The
you got the thing.
Definition of art is.
I'm not gonna look. I'm trying to post
Yeah.
pictures of cats on Instagram.
We're gonna
guys.
keep
Come on.
making sounds so there's no dead air.
Art.
It's-
Siri, what's the definition of art?
NSA.
NSA, what's the definition of art? Noun. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form, such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power.
Yes.
What's funny about that?
So by
Just look at the cat.
you're still looking at the cat.
Sorry.
I think so. By the definition, by that dictionary definition of art, that should be able to cut out what isn't art. I personally don't think abstract paintings are art. I think it's form of expression. But like the
Just piss
definitions,
so many people off.
I don't care. I really don't. It could be an artistic expression maybe, but I think it's more self-expression because it's a skill. I mean, it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't take a lot of skill to do what some of these multi-million-dollar paintings are going for. I think that's money laundering.
How's it money laundering?
Because they have to put their illegally obtained money somewhere, so they say that they bought a painting that's just a 5x10 canvas of red paint. So they say they
But
bought
how
a
does
piece of
red
art.
paint make you feel?
Money laundering. I don't know. And I'm not trying. I'm
just gonna start putting
not
no
trying to
filter.
say that to make myself feel more like an artist, just because what I do is in the definition. It's not it at all. I mean, it's taken me a long time and a lot of persistence to try to, I guess, achieve. I think achieve's the word. What I do now. I mean, I'm not a famous artist. I'm not a famous sculptor by any means or anything like that.
You're
but,
famous to us, Dale.
Aw.
I mean, I'm wearing
What?
a shirt. Group.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I was
Stop bringing up the shirt.
Let it go.
I don't know. Somebody else say something. I'll think of a better way to say what I'm trying to say. 'cause
Tubbs,
like
what's
you said, I
art
just
to
piss
you?
off everybody.
What is true art to you? Like, what makes you look in something and be like, you know what, that's fucking amazing art?
I don't know that I don't think there's a definition for that. It's like saying what's music. Some people can't stand certain types of music. I think that's what art is. It's a medium to express oneself.
Yeah. A lot of people think Nickelback is music.
Look at this photograph.
Tubbs set that as a ringback tone. Every time I
Dale
call
doesn't like Nickel. You know what? Nickelback did not get famous because they suck.
I know.
They are very famous.
I had told you this.
Oh, no.
I heard
I'm just saying
some of their very first stuff, and I actually liked it. And
for the purposes of when people always say Nickelback sucks, like Nickelback doesn't suck. You don't like Nickelback, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But to say Nickelback's a shit band, it's not. I don't love them. I don't have a tattoo that says Nickelback on my back, which would be awesome.
Whenever you say Nickelback, I think you're gonna say Nippleback. I don't know why.
We're off of sex, Rachel. We're on another one now.
It is true, yes.
But there's also like, as far as art, along with music, how are you gonna like your own picture, man? Don't be that guy. Dale just liked the picture I posted on Instagram from the Instagram of the podcast. To me, it's the same thing. Like there's stuff in here that I look at that really doesn't affect me at all, but there's some stuff that does, and I think it's all art.
Yeah. Well, for example, like stuff in my room that I've done that I don't think is art. That ink blot thing, I just did it because I thought it looked cool.
Really, I like that more than I like the ice cream skull.
Well, that's fine.
I think that.
No. If we were judging based on art,
I did an ink blot painting, and I seriously just dribbled.
I just realized we were not on video. We're not videoing this. It looks like an ink blot, and the other one looks like a skull with a.
Oh. No, all I did was dribble some black paint on a piece of paper because I was bored, and then I folded the paper over and then stuck it to a canvas and just left it.
I think it's cool. I'd buy it.
But I don't think it's art. I didn't take any skill to do it. I
I'll give you
didn't.
$10,000 for that right now.
It took a little bit of money.
I think there's still skill involved in that because, like, not everybody's going to be able to do that or even.
Literally anybody can do it.
No, well, that's the thing though. Nobody can do it that way.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff that people tell me like you can draw, you just have to keep drawing. No, I can't draw because I don't want to start drawing.
Yeah.
That's why I can't draw. Not because I've been told by a lot of really great artists, drawers, people that draw or sketch stuff. Like no, you make mistakes. You basically mess your way up to being good. You mess up and then you fix that, and then you mess this up and I was like, yeah, but the reason I can't draw is I don't want to draw. Because if I wanted to, I could. Mm-hmm. But when people say I can't draw, I think no, people can't draw because they don't want to. It's fine. You can't draw because you don't want to. But saying like anybody could do that, not everybody would have thought of doing that and then putting it on the canvas and then framing it and putting it on the wall.
I think this.
I don't know.
Didn't we have a conversation kind of like this one?
Do you know why that's on the wall, Tubbs?
Why is it on the wall, dude?
Because I want to cover that whole wall in framed pictures.
Yeah, that's artistic.
Yeah. How you're doing it.
Boom!
Artistic.
Dropping knowledge on these kids right now.
Can you take a picture and post it?
Yeah, I can.
So
Do you mind not liking it from the Instagram?
Oh, I'm gonna dislike it on mine.
Okay, cool.
Just
I
kidding.
don't think you can dislike.
No, I don't think so either. I'll report it.
No, because then they'll shut the thing down. Hey, HSB Woodworks just liked one of our posts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna do that.
Tracy's online
Uh,
on Instagram.
I don't know. It's,
How you do the frames
You want a
and how
filter?
you're doing the layout, to me, that's still art.
Huh.
If I look at it as a whole, I think
there's
to
an
me it's still
esoteric
art.
meaning to it.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not gonna say. It's esoteric.
How do you spell Tecnicus, Dale?
Tecni.
Look on my shirt.
My eyes are up here. She's gonna be like, why are you staring at my chest? It doesn't even say that there. Shut up! I'm a slow reader.
I made my choice.
And I see this.
T-E-C.
It looks so much weirder when it's written out.
Tecnicus.
Nope, that's not how you spell it because they corrected it for me.
Auto corrected.
Tecnicus.
Tecnicus Street Studios.
Mm-hmm.
No dead air, guys. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. You killed him. You killed him.
We could fill the dead air
Tecnicus
with
Street
that song
Studios.
that we did.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag.
That's it.
What's that?
We came up with a jingle that every time we have dead air now, I'm gonna throw it in there in editing.
I just keep putting hashtag no filter on our pictures.
Oh. Okay. Hashtag no filter, hashtag some filter.
Sorry. So where are we at? We were on what is true art. But yeah, that's my answer to that question. Is I think when you say art, I think it's a medium. Like I would say, music isn't. There's music and there's art. Some people say music is art, and they're not wrong. But there's music that nobody likes. Well, some people like. There's music that most people don't like. A big percentage of people don't like it, and some people love that music, and that's art to them. I mean, I know me and Dale go on and on about music when we talk amongst ourselves. But there are some types of music that I just don't like. I don't like it. That's not to say it's not music. I don't like it. So to say something you don't like isn't art, I mean, money laundering on Dale's front, the money laundering art. That's just music art you don't like. I think it's still art. I think it's still art. So, I mean, you have to think it's still art, but I think it's still art. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't.
I'm probably wrong. I'm completely okay with being wrong. It's just the way I see things. Because as we've established in other episodes of this, I get very cynical about people's intentions behind things, and I think a lot of times what people create and say is art and call themselves artists is usually just them wanting to fit into a scene, and it's not really.
That's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them be part of the scene.
I'm not trying to stop them.
No. I mean, from the overall front. I mean, if somebody wants to be that, there's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. But there's a little bit. They're not going to be.
You're saying that people are not being true to who they are. They're just trying to be something.
Yeah, that's
else.
what I'm saying. Like, let people be that.
Yeah, and that's fine. But if I'm being asked if I think it's art, I'm going to say no.
You're not good at that. You should stop. Is what you're gonna say.
No. Please keep giving us an example of what art is not.
I think that the
okay, I'm gonna be nice. No.
I think the point of art is to express how you feel about something.
That makes no sense. Dale brought me down. I'm staying on the ground.
There are some forms or mediums of art that I don't connect with or I don't relate to. Could I say those things are not art? I could, but just because I don't agree with or I don't like how it looks, to me, it's still it's still hard for me to say, well, that's not art.
Well, the one
because it's like, well, maybe they are expressing something, and that's the way that they figured out how to express it. They may not be interested in painting or sculpting or whatever, but they found something else to help them explain or express how they feel about that subject.
I was trying to not be negative.
Self-expression?
On the Dale front.
Yeah.
Abstract
Self-expression.
On the Dale front, the one thing I don't consider art is there was that dude in, I think, France that stapled the dog to a wall in an art studio.
Yeah, that's just...
A real dog?
Yeah, a live dog. He stapled it. He nailed it to the wall.
What?
See, that's
and I was
just
like,
evil.
I don't... No,
The fuck?
that's not art.
In my opinion, that's just evil.
No, that's just...
I don't think it's evil. I think he's just a shitty person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stuff like that, I don't...
You got like Elvis hair going on right now.
Thank you.
Let's all say things.
Let's say things and
What?
stuff. And
No.
things.
You got quiet again.
Yeah.
No,
that's okay.
where are you on the true art front, Rachel?
That just what I said. Basically, like self-expression, but
What she said when you weren't listening?
yeah, because you weren't interrupting me, so obviously you weren't paying attention.
I was reading your shirt. My eyes
Up
are here.
here.
You were trying to look at my zipper last podcast.
It made a zipper sound.
It was
so
not a zipper
no,
sound. It
Did
was
it not
fabric
make
on
a
fabric
zipper sound?
You heard what you wanted to hear.
no.
No one near my zipper.
You lean back.
I was just trying to give an opportunity to put in that jingle.
You lean back, and I heard the noise, so it might have been the chair, but I was like, no,
No, I don't think it was
that
the chair.
wasn't the
I
chair.
think you heard what you wanted to hear. But whatever. I'm not here to judge.
So that's what I think is true art.
Oh, well,
If you find a way to,
express yourself.
yeah, without hurting people or animals, or yourself in the process. Well,
I beat the shit out of myself a lot. That's not a good.
as long as you're not hurting other people, other animals, to express what you're trying to portray about the particular subject. Because you look at graffiti artists, some people don't think graffiti is art, but
See, I think it is. That takes a skill and it takes practice. I mean, I know that's a skill that I don't have.
There's a poorly drawn dollar sign on one of the walls on your block.
Yeah.
That is not art.
I didn't do that.
I didn't say you did.
But just to clear it up, I didn't do that.
I hope not. It's a terribly drawn dollar.
It is pretty bad.
Dollar bill sign.
Yeah.
That's not art. That's a dude that was like dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
right. I've seen some graffiti where you could say that they didn't have a lot of skill doing it,
Yeah.
but the act of or what they were trying to do and how they portrayed it,
Their
their
voice.
layout or whatever, so could be considered art.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think. On the Dale front, I was trying to think of something that I didn't really consider like art.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's some stuff that I. No, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think there's, for me, basically, there's just a very clear distinction between self-expression and art. For me personally.
So you look at more skill versus self-expression.
Yes, I'm not saying that beginning skill doesn't make it or makes it not art. I've seen some people actually try to do abstract paintings, and they're just trying to see what happens when they do something, and they didn't, you know what I mean? They just hit the canvas with the paintbrush just to see what happens, and that's.
So have you seen Picasso's drawings?
Yeah, he's not an artist. I'm just kidding.
No, but
No,
have you seen his
he actually
sketches?
does have some good paintings.
Right, but
Yeah.
have you seen his sketches?
I believe I have in a documentary once.
Right. What did you think of them? Were you like, ooh, those are impressive?
I can't remember. But
Let's say things and stuff and things.
no, Picasso had from like the paintings of his that I have seen. I'm sure I haven't seen them all, but he had his own style.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, yeah.
We're looking at Picasso paintings.
I think that would be considered amateur.
You shut your mouth.
But I do like that one. We're looking at a picture of
What's it?
a Picasso picture.
Drawing.
A lot of line work.
There's a lady.
Yeah, it's a lady.
That's a pretty famous one.
See, that one looks like it was done on an Etch-a-Sketch.
This one?
Yeah,
Because it's only one line.
yeah. I don't know.
I had to learn how to do that.
See, that's not
That was part of one of my requirements.
that was at year 5 or 6
And
years
people
old.
would pay millions of
Oh, I
dollars for
know.
shit like that. Which,
We're looking at random Picasso
See, that's
paintings
cool.
still.
I don't know what that was.
That's not. I don't think
Oh,
that's.
that's not Picasso. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about things that we're seeing.
Stop talking about visual stuff. No, well, I looked it up because I don't think I've actually seen him. I mean, that could be how he expresses himself.
self-expression.
In your opinion, not art, I
Yeah.
guess. But I mean, that's what is art to you? What is art to you guys? Email us at artistwhip@gmail.com
Yes.
because we want to know what art is to you guys.
It'll probably be mostly hate mail.
Fuck you, Picasso's awesome. I love Nickelback.
They're gonna look at this phone.
Look at this photograph.
All right,
All right,
so the next one is,
you gonna try to read it too?
yep, something that had a
No,
Hero.
God, that said something.
a hero.
I hope so.
T-Mart? T-Mart. That's what he calls Target. He calls it T-Mart.
Something that has had a huge impact on your life.
That is not what that says. You just made that up. Something that's just anything?
I hate you guys.
Okay, so the reason why I picked this one, or I told Tubbs to
These three
scribble
were
it.
submitted by.
They were.
You can read that if you try harder.
Well, I know what it says because I told you to. All right, so something that impacted me. I always, I've told this story quite a few times to people. I don't know. When I was in college, I was taking a photography class, and my professor, she wasn't well liked by a lot of people because she was very blunt and honest, and some people couldn't handle that. But I understood where she was coming from. So, anyways, we had an assignment where we had to go out in nature and take photos of whatever. So I did, and I remember taking this photo of this spot in the woods this dead log that I really liked. But there was a particular area on that log that I enjoyed, I thought was awesome, but I wasn't that great a photographer back then, so I just kind of just took the picture and hope for the best. All right. So when she was asking me, she's like, well, what did you like in this photograph? And I said, well, there was this thing on this log that I really liked. And she goes, well, why didn't you take a picture of it? Duh. And I didn't know what to say.
Did you not have a camera?
Right? I didn't know what to say. I just kind of just like, in my head, I'm like, you're so right. You're exactly right. So ever since then, like, instead of looking at if I want to create something, instead of looking at it in a general sort of way of like, oh, this is cool, I look at it more specifically and create from that thing instead
You look
of.
at it with intention?
Yes, I look at it with intention instead of just like, nah, I'm just gonna do this and hope for the best. It's not like, no, I'm looking at it from this particular thing or this thing that I like, and we're gonna create from that. Like, it's more generalized, or not generalized, more specific, like you were saying.
I don't know why this triggered when you said that, but I have a problem with sometimes when I have to not think about it to get to a better place. Because if I think about something too much, it just doesn't work. And when I step back, and sometimes I'll ask my wife or I'll ask people, like, hey, what do you think of this? Have you tried this? Or you should check this out. And it makes perfect sense the way somebody else told me to do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to remember certain things. Like, I don't know if you've ever been working on a project and you're like, okay, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, and E. And you go A, B, Q. Fuck. Right now when you said, well, and like, think of your intention when you're doing something. When I'm in the moment, it's really hard for me to do stuff. I have to pre-plan stuff like that. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it's called work in progress. I figured out the my 2 cents.
I like it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
So my taking that.
It's like completely derailed the train. My bad.
So what I took from her is like, find out what you like about something and just run with it. Okay, like the cutting boards. Like sometimes I'll look at a particular grain in the wood. I'm like, man, that's freaking cool. So I'm gonna create around that. I'm gonna build around that. And that's
the
like
butterflies on your first cutting board.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what had a huge impact on me with my art. How about you, Dale? Did somebody say something to you, or did you? What's?
I don't know. I think I was telling you guys a story earlier about where I think I think there's more than a few instances in my life that have attributed to my fascination with monsters and constantly having to create monsters. But when I was 4 years old, we lived in Florida, and we were visiting some family members, and my cousins had this skull in their bedroom that was like a hollowed out skull. It was like a ceramic skull, and it had a red candle in it. And when you would light the candle, the red wax would drip through the eyes, and like blood dripping out the eyes of the skull. And they knew I was terrified of it at 4 years old, because I can't think of too many 4-year-olds that wouldn't be. They tricked me into going into the room with the candle lit, and then they shut the lights off and closed the door and stuck me in there with it. I was just terrified.
Kids are fun,
aren't they? They're just great. But,
Thanks,
I think
cuz.
that probably had a big impact on me, and helped me get over the fear of things, the scary
I'm
things
sure
like
that was their intention. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he needs this.
Yeah.
We have to help you, Dale.
I think at that point, that could be one of the instances where it became a fascination.
What you saw that?
It may not be. I'm just maybe just thinking too hard about it, but
It reminds me of that documentary about Geiger,
yeah.
where he, when he was a kid, he went to a museum and there was a mummy in this glass casket,
Yeah.
and it scared the shit out of him. But he wanted to face his fears, so he would. Did he go
went
back?
there every single day?
went there
so-
every single day, and to overcome it. And his paintings were a way for him to overcome
Yeah, I believe so.
the things that frightened him,
Yeah.
like something about his dreams. I wish I could
Oh.
remember shit.
Whenever I think
He did a
about
lot
like,
of drugs too.
my son's 9, and when he's scared of something, I try to understand, like, why are you scared of it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know. I mean, that's what fear, I think, is what fear is
Fear of the unknown.
yeah, fear of the unknown. But I always try to get him to understand it because I don't want him to hate anything or say, like, this scares me. I'm not, why does it scare you? Because it's too loud. Okay, turn it down.
Mm-hmm.
Why does this scare you? Because I think there's somebody in the closet. Well, let's go check out the closet.
Yeah.
But I always want to get into, like, if you're scared of something, figure out why you're scared of it, or what about it scares you. Is it scary because you think something's going to happen to you? Is it scary? And I do that because I remember being scared of a lot of stuff, and as I got older, I started getting scared of less stuff, like most people do.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that still kind of puts me ill at ease, but I don't think I'm scared of stuff. Like, I don't like cockroaches, but I'm not scared of them. I just don't like them. I think they're weird. I don't want them in my life. But I know a big thing with Kane, since I have a son and I have the ability to kind of influence somebody else, whenever I try to talk to him, I try to keep it very much towards, like, hey, understand why you're scared of it, and see if you can push past being scared of it.
Sorry, guys.
Just right now, because it is pretty. I was trying to remember something that happened to me that influenced what I do now, and I can't think of anything. Sorry.
Well, you were different. Well, when I first started working with you, you were different. Your personality was
I've
a
always
little
been
bit
pretty
different.
awesome, though. So I mean, it's
You
just
have.
different
You've always
flavor
been
of
different.
Yeah. But I don't remember you as strong of a personality as you are now from when I first
That
started.
comes with comfort. I mean, when I was younger, I got picked on a lot, and being tall and fat. In high school, a lot of people picked on me. The one benefit of getting your ass kicked a lot is you learn how to get your ass kicked. So fighting never really scared me. Not scared me like I'm tough. I don't care to fight, but I guess I just got a lot more comfortable with stuff, and the more, like I said, the less stuff I got scared of, the more I realized, like, now I make jokes that I would never have made before. Even personally, when I I'll say when the three of us are talking off of a podcast, when we're talking about something that that affects, like, I think a funnier story. If you're going to be put in a situation that sucks, make it a funny story, because it's already going to be a shitty situation. At least you could tell something that's funny later. I honestly don't know where that came from. I know over time when people would pick on me, I cared less and less, which gave me a really weird.
You tend to care more and more towards us when we pick on you, though.
What do you mean?
You said when people pick on you, you tend to care less, but we pick on you.
Because you guys are assholes. No,
I think it's a different kind of picking.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
it is, but it also, like talking to Dale about doing the podcast. I said I don't want to. Most of the podcasts I listen to, people get really personal. It's really deep stuff, and I don't necessarily want to do that. And I talked to my wife. I'm like, I just don't want to maybe say something that's going to get somebody, piss somebody that I know or something off. And she's like, nobody cares. Not in a negative way, but people know you if they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when she said that, it was kind of a relief, and I realized that I think that way for most stuff unless it affects somebody else. If I think like, I'm a huge fan of Penn Jillette, and he was talking about he said something really funny. It was about the president. This was Obama's president at the time, but he said I'd blow the president. When they were talking, because they were talking about Monica Lewinsky coming back out and talking about what happened, and he's like, you would fucking do it. Why wouldn't you blow the president? It's a great story. If you wouldn't blow the president, you don't like good stories. And it was kind of funny, and I laughed about it, but it's also kind of true. I'm not saying I'm going to blow the president, but I'm saying that would be a funny story. When somebody says, hey, I'm a straight man and I blew a guy, well, that's kind of weird. Like, I blew the president. Well, what happened? You know what I mean? That thought goes through your head. So, I mean, just, one, getting a lot more comfortable with myself. the people I hang around with are usually pretty positive. They, I think I've had negative friends before, and I kind of dwindled it down. I don't have that many friends, but the ones I do have are usually on my side. Like, hey, yeah, no, you did great, or you can do better, or do you need help with anything? Kind of friends. I don't really have douchey friends. I guess I am the douchey friend if I don't have any. But I don't know what particularly that came from. Because I've asked my wife that before, 'cause she said I was different as well. She's like, it's not a... You've always kind of done whatever you want to do. It's just, I don't know how to, where that came from. What, it's an awkward confidence or what?
Or just you getting older and wiser.
Better at everything.
Yeah. Figuring out
Even though I was already good at stuff.
Figuring out what you don't want and what you do
Yeah,
want.
kind of, I guess. But I don't know that there's I could win, like, get to this happen and I'm this way now. I know I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm going to keep making mistakes. But I also don't, like, I remember one of the conversations I had when somebody asked me, like, oh, what do you regret? I don't really regret anything. I mean, I've made some horrible mistakes, but I've learned from them. I think. If I make them again, it's stupidity, but I don't. Why regret stuff? You can't fix it. Like, money's already spent. You can't unspend money. It's like regret.
So you can get return.
You can.
If you keep your receipt.
Keep your receipt. Well, you can't keep a receipt on events in your life. So I think, especially with kids, I mean, I think as adults, we all got to a point where we realized that our parents were just people trying to figure it out themselves. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody was born to be a parent. And when I think of that in Kane's respect, I know a lot of people say, you know, what do your kids think? Or what this and this and that. And honestly, if I could think of one thing to kind of put it all into perspective, it's even with parenting or with anything you do, if you make the best decision you can with the information you have in front of you, most of the time you're not going to be wrong. I mean, if the information's fucked up, well, then you're wrong. But you didn't know the information was fucked up. You made the clearest choice, the best choice for your life, your kid, whatever the case is, if it's a life choice or whatever. But if you make the best choice you can't really go wrong. So that's how I see the whole Kane thing, my son. But also how I see a lot of stuff, because I make some stupid mistakes, and some of the stuff is just, honestly, I thought it'd be funny. Or it was a good story. Or I tried this and it didn't work. But with the information I had in front of me at the time, that would have been the funniest choice, or the best choice to make, or the more responsible choice to make. But I think that's kind of how I break that down, because I didn't change much other than being, in my opinion, more boisterous. Is the only thing that changed. The way I thought changed a lot, but that's people. It's not one conversation; it's hundreds of conversations. I talk a lot, as you can tell. I like talking to people. I like going to bars, but I like going to hole-in-the-wall bars where you're with 5 people and you can talk with them. I don't like not being able to talk over music. So most of my experiences are with people. It's not a specific person. I mean, I didn't go to school. I'm self-taught. But that's another inside joke that we're not going to say anymore. But it's not. It's just a bunch of different conversations with a bunch of different people. I crowdsourced my huge impacts. I didn't grab them from one person. It's just, I think, like, I don't know why I'm going to go off on this tangent, but it makes me laugh. You buy clothes that you think is cool.
Well,
Everybody does.
they're cool. Or
No,
just,
everybody does. You buy clothes you like because at some point you thought this is cool. If you're not, you're doing something wrong. If somebody buys your clothes for you, it's a different story. But I mean, you buy clothes that you think looks
I
cool.
wish somebody would buy my clothes for me.
Give me some money, I'll go buy your clothes for you.
Right? With their money.
I gave you $500. You went to Goodwill. Yes. No, but you buy clothes you think is cool. The reason I think that's funny is because nobody admits that. But you're not buying clothes you don't think is cool. You're not buying clothes you don't like. You're buying clothes you like.
Uncool.
But and that's, there's just little stuff like that I think is funny. Like we were talking about the people, like certain musicians dress a certain way and they go through that. They make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, is that the best choice out of the information you had in front of you? No, spending 45 minutes to put chains on isn't something I want to do, but it is something they want to do. I don't care. I think they're a little interesting thought, exercise in thought. But as far as to get back to the point, as far as the a huge impact. I think I've had a lot of people I have conversation with. Some of them that I used to be closer to, some of them I'm not. But it's mostly not a person or an event, just people. I like talking to people, and usually, for the most part, people aren't shitty. You can talk to people. Most people don't mind talking, even if it's just to tell you their part of their story about their story of their life. But people are usually pretty easy to talk to, in my opinion. And when you do get to talk to people, like, believe it or not, I do shut up sometimes. And they get to talk. You get to hear a different view of stuff, and I think people's views should change with the information they have. I think some people say, "Well, I've always been like this," and well, maybe you're doing something wrong. I mean, unless you're right, which I mean, great. I've always never wanted to stab a child. That's a good thing to do. But it's sometimes like, well, this is how I feel about X situation. I'm like, I would kind of change the way I thought about that because that's not healthy.
Personally, looking back on my life, I actually like to see the changes that have happened. Either the way I think about something or I don't know, pretty much anything. Like if I think about the person I was 10 years ago compared to who I am now, I think it's pretty cool to see how I've evolved.
Yeah. I like.
Do you ever go like the old photo albums?
Huh?
Do you ever go through like your old photo albums?
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph! Damn it, Rachel! Don't say the joke before I do. God. Thanks a lot. Well, that podcast's a bust. Most amazing joke I had, and Rachel just shit all over it. I had to laugh louder so I knew I was laughing too.
That is the dead air laugh.
That is the dead air laugh. There's
Insert jingle.
just off topic. I know that's one of the topics we had picked. Rachel has a picture of butts on her on her
She drew
desk.
butts.
She drew butts. 2 butts.
Why did I draw 2 butts?
It was if somebody had 2 buttholes.
Oh.
No, not buttholes, but
2 butts.
yeah.
2 butts.
Remember 2 boobs? If you would still date.
Most people have 2 boobs.
Why did we have that conversation?
I don't know.
Was that on the podcast?
No. It was. It was when we were practicing. What? Right?
We weren't practicing 2 butts though. We were practicing the podcast.
There was something that started that. There was something. I can't remember.
It's something. I asked you.
Well, we're not going to spend the rest of this podcast trying to remember something that happened.
No, it was the 3 boob thing. When you have more than 1 boob or more than 2 boobs. Off of some show. It was or movie. Something to do with more than 1 regular thing, and Rachel said 2 butts. And I said, where will the buttholes be? And then on the desk in marker, she drew thighs, the back of knees, and 2 butts with 1 butthole above the other.
Because I asked, going back to the sex thing, I asked since you're a boob guy, if a chick had 2 sets of boobs, like, would you be, like, in heaven?
Most chicks I know have 2 boobs. Okay.
2 sets.
More is not necessarily better.
And because I'm more of a ass person, how would you feel if somebody had 2 sets of ass cheeks?
On the planet, something, that would be great.
I don't know.
You said you'd be okay if the chick had 2 sets of boobs. I do
Depending on
remember
their
this.
replace, because nobody wants an armpit boob.
Do you think we should be fading out into our song?
No, for real, nobody wants an armpit boob. Where are you putting these extra boobs?
They'd be like,
Like a dog's boob?
sure.
That's weird.
Well, where would you want to put them?
I don't know. On somebody's back, that'd be kind of funny. Could you imagine the bra structure you'd have to wear that?
Some people have back boobs.
Or
Some
just
people have back.
snap
No,
on
like
the
actual
sides.
boobs are not.
No, just snap on the sides. Right? Come together on
Well,
sides.
where would the
and stuff.
support come from, though? The reason the bra
Same
support
as
is because it's on your back.
Well, it'd be going around.
I don't know.
Here,
Yeah,
you know
attached to
what?
the top
You're
of
a
your
creative guy. Why don't you make one?
You know, draw me some boobs, and I will think of a bra that supports them. But yeah, I think that was a
think we
slow dwindle
yeah?
towards the end. How'd you guys feel about it? Email us at artistswim@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram or on Google.
Comment on the YouTube section comments.
Yeah.
That's what I meant when I said Google, but I said Google instead of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We are not on Google. We are
You can
on...
go to YouTube through Google,
You can do that.
or you can
And
do
then-
it on our Instagram, Work in Progress Podcast, and you click on the link.
And it'll take you to our page.
But if you're
On
listening to
YouTube.
this, then you probably already are on the YouTube page.
That's true.
This is weird.
You know what? However you figure it out, just write us something. 'Cause I'd love to read it.
We do appreciate you tuning in.
If you have stayed this long.
Listening.
Hate mail is kind of alright, okay, too.
Yeah.
So.
We might read it.
You know, positive is.
Positive's better.
Thanks for
Yes.
listening, guys.
Hey
Thank
guys,
you.
I have a podcast too. I can help you out. You guys are willing to do that? We don't want to. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.